All right, last page of the 2122 notes and polynomial long division. So it may be a while since you've used these, and I probably should have been a little more explicit earlier on. We can't use polynomial synthetic division, not just when it's a binomial, but specifically when it's the divisor isn't a linear divisor, that it's got an x squared or a higher degree term. It's got to be just um, some coefficient times x minus some constant. And so this one is not going to work because really I could rewrite this as divided by x squared plus 0x minus 2. And really we'll need to write it that way for polynomial long division. So let's go through that process and um, yeah, here we go. So we're going to rewrite, think of regular long division. So if I had 12 divided by 5, let's do 126 divided by 5. My first step would be to see how many times 5 goes into 12, because it doesn't go into 1, so let's put it into 12, and it goes in there twice. And so we're going to, or maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit, let's set up our problem first. And so we got to get the 126 out of this. This is what we're dividing. And so it's going to be x to the fourth, now plus 0x cubed. So we had a zero coefficient, and that term was dropped off as it was simplified. We need to put it back in here. Plus 0x cubed minus 6x squared, and then plus 0x. Hopefully you saw that one on your own, and minus 5. So with polynomial long division, we need to have all those in, not just the coefficients, but the x's and their degrees as well. Now that's being divided by x squared minus 2, which I want to write out as x squared plus 0x minus 2. And this process is a little bit more lengthy, but if long division back over here makes sense to you, then this is going to still hopefully make a bit of sense. So again, the first thing we did was see how many times does 5 go into the 12. And so how many times over here does x squared go into x to the fourth? And if I had x to the fourth divided by x squared, it'd go in there x squared times. And that's what we're going to use as our first number here. So we have x squared, and then just how over here we would do 2 times 5, giving us 10, we're going to do that same process. We just need to be careful to distribute that x squared to all three terms here. So x squared times x squared is x to the fourth plus 0x cubed minus 2x squared. Okay, back over to our example of the long division. From here we would subtract these numbers, right? So 12 minus 10 would give us 2. We're also going to subtract these numbers, but make sure you distribute this negative. Subtract all of them. So minus and negative is really plus. So subtract all three terms there. So x to the fourth minus x to the fourth is 0x to the fourth. Those should cancel out. 0x to the third plus 0x to the third is 0x to the third. And make sure you keep that one though. We're gonna need that. And negative 6x squared minus negative 2x squared. So that's why we changed to the plus here, is negative 4x squared. All right, back over to our original problem, our long division example. Here you would bring down the 6, and we'll do the same thing over here. We're going to bring down the plus 0x. And now we start over. So how many times does 5 go into 26? Well, it goes in there 5 times, gives you 25. So how many times does x squared go into 0x to the third? It goes in there 0x times. And 0 times all of that gives us 0x to the third minus 0, or plus 0x squared minus 0x plus 0x, however you want to think of that, and subtract these out. We end up with negative 4x squared plus 0x, and bring down that minus 5. Okay. Next, how many times does x squared go into negative 4x squared? That's going to be negative 4 times. So negative 4 times is negative 4x squared plus 0x and plus 8. And subtracting all these. So negative 4x squared minus negative 4x squared gives us 0x squared. And again, that one should cancel out. Plus 0x and then plus 3. All right. Now we've come to the end. We've got 0x, and we'd be dividing by an x squared. So we're at our remainder now. And so if there was an x term or x coefficient, we would keep that. But we're going to end up with 3, and it's positive 3. So plus 3 over x squared minus 2. Here's our result. Here's our quotient. All right. Hope that makes sense. And actually, let's write that simplified. Sorry, let me write that out simplified. Now that we're done, we've got our quotient. We don't need this term any longer, so we end up with x squared minus 4 plus 3 3 over x squared minus 2. There you go. Hope that helped.